Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Azure with Pratik. So today we are continuing our series of project data engineering Azure. Uh, I'm gonna do the second project, which is based on the real-time traffic analysis. Uh, it is a event-based project. So let's look at the presentation. So this is a PPT of project 2, real-time traffic analysis. So Mumbai BMC Corporation want to improve their traffic services majorly at crowded hotspots, like most of crowded areas. So with using this IoT devices, which will capture the count of vehicles and decibel sound level. Okay, so means this BMC Corporation actually they fitted their devices, which gives them a third party. So these devices are fitted on the main traffic, traffic. You can say the land traffic on the main traffic area, uh, like where is a major, major vehicles are crowded vehicles we can find. Okay, so BMC is tied up with the third party company which gave them a device which is fitted in the traffic signals. Okay, so this device captures the count of vehicles. Okay, also detect the sound in decibel for every 15 minutes. Okay, so this device captured the count of vehicles which we are going to pass in that particular time, like so there is a 15-minute time, 15 minutes batch. Okay, so it will count the count of vehicles using the camera and using that IoT device. Also, this device detect the sound in decibels, and this will set. Okay. Um, so we are using EventHub Python API to send the data on Azure Cloud Event Hubs. Okay. So this is the second stage. So we are using the some of the some of the sources we have to like send the data to the cloud. Okay, so whether you can use that IoT devices, but here there is we can't show the practical that IoT device. That's why we are using here the event based event hub Python API in VS Code for sending the events. Okay, so as a data engineer, we have to capture the data in Azure Event Hub. Then we have to write this data daily in delta tables. Okay, so after that, after capturing these events on Azure Cloud. So we are after that we are going to write this data with Spark notebook and write the data on the data tables. Okay. The further the data will be summarized and analyzed by the creating basic dashboards in Power BI. Okay. So so Power BI will fetch that the data which is saved in the delta tables, and after that they can do the analysis. So which is basically the BMC company will in further analysis they will use the analysis, and they will they study the analysis and they do their do their jobs accordingly. Okay, so the major traffic hotspots are areas in, so there is the four areas where the traffic signal IoT devices are fitted. The first is Mumbai Central, then Dadar, then Andheri and Borivali. Okay, so these four areas we took in our project. So at Mumbai Central and Dadar, Andheri, Borivali. So in these crowded places, the IoT device is fitted. So this device will send the data on the event, okay, in the form of event to the Azure cloud. Okay. So let's see the architecture here. Okay. So in the architecture, the first step will be we are going to send the is events with using the EventHub Python API, which is we are going to do in VS Code. Then this event is sent to the event hub. So event hub having the namespaces, so it will store the event hub. Okay, it will store in the event. After that we are sending this okay, so after that we are doing the Spark notebook. Okay, we are creating a Spark notebook in which we are capturing this event. Okay, so this event may be in the binary format, so we have to like convert into string base, then we have to do some transformation, and then again so we can use the streaming, like they read the data then writing the data. Okay, so nothing but there is a, we are actually using the Spark structure streaming here. So after that we are writing the data into delta lake tables. Okay, So after saving the data in data lake table, the further we are connecting to the Power BI. So Power BI will connect to directly Delta Lake, or you can say Azure Databricks connector, and it will fetch the data, and we will create some basic dashboards like pie chart kind of, and we will do. So in the next slide, okay, I have divided in the four stages this project. Like stage one having creating event hub namespaces and creating event on the Azure cloud. Okay, the second stage include so writing a code event hub Python API, so in VS Code for sending the events. In stage three, we are creating the Spark notebook for connecting with event hub and writing the data to delta tables while doing the transformation. In and the final stage is stage 4 to connect this cluster to Power BI, and for further analysis we will use. So in the stage 1, first we are going to create a event hub, okay, namespace in Azure cloud. So I'm going to the on Azure cloud. Mm, so this is Azure portal. This is okay, trial account I have created. Then you have to go on event hubs. You can directly search event hub. Okay. So there is no account created, so I'm going to create a one event hub namespace. So everything, whatever kind of events are you going to create? So this will store in the create namespace. Sorry, namespace. So here I am going to create a subscription. Then resource group is Azure for Learn. Then namespace name. Yeah, I'm going to do event for traffic. Okay. Event for traffic is analysis. So this is so long. So, okay, so I'll keep event for traffic. Then I'm selecting the location East US in the same region. Then pricing tier, here I'm selecting the basic one. Like the basic one will charge you the minimum. Okay. Then throughput units, I'll keep same. Then advanced, then public access tax pay rate. Okay. Okay. So namespace is deploying. So it will deploy in maybe a half minute. It will take. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so our resource is created. So I'm directly going to resource. Okay, so this is the event hub namespace. Here you can find the resource group, then created subscription location, pricing tier. Also in the left side there is a proper, like, functions. You can see here you can find like log, IAM, tags, share access policies, event scales. Okay. So here we have to go into event hubs. Okay, so there is entities like event hubs. So in one event hub namespace, you can create multi events. Okay, so here I am going to create one event. So I will give name event for project. Okay, so name is done. Then clean up on C delete. I am keeping same. Go to next. Create new next. Okay, so our event is created. Okay, okay, here you can find an event like the request will kind of request is and then messages then throughput. Okay, so if any event will come, so you will get the the bars here, like for each event you will get the message count here, incoming request, then success request, then here incoming message, outgoing message. So there is a configure. So configure group is nothing but it is a group where every event is stored, you can say. Okay, so the first stage is completed. So we are after that we are going to write the code event of Python API for sending the events. Okay, okay, so this is a visual studio code. Here I have taken a code from, okay, like you can, okay, so this is a website from where you can copy this code. Okay, let me open in the browser. uh, Maybe not copy. Okay, so this is the Microsoft Microsoft page for send the events for receive events from the events of using the Python. Okay, so here you can see there is a requisite like Microsoft Azure subscription, then Python, then install the packages and send events. Okay, so if you are using the Visual Studio Code, you have to install this packages. Okay, so if you like if you want to do passwordless, you can do these packages, and if you want to use the connection tree, you can install this Azure pipeline, install Azure Event Hub. Okay, I have given you in the tag in the give below. So this is the packages. If you don't have any Python, so you can install the Python, then pip install Azure Event Hub, then pip install Azure Event Hub checkpoints block AIO. Also you can find here, then get the connection string. Okay, then sending events, we have to check this connection string. Okay, so this is the code which I have used. So you can use this code, you can copy this and you can paste in your Visual Studio folder. Okay. Okay, for for connecting this event of Python, you have to you wanted one connection tree, like we are created here. So if you want to use this resource on Azure cloud, you have to give the connection string here, event hub connection string. So this is the packages import async co, then random, then from Azure event hub. So this is the package I have imported. Then you have to give the connection string here, then event hub name. Okay, for connection string you can go to directly for event hub. Okay, so in event hub you can find the share access policies. Okay, so in share access policies there is a root manage share access key. Okay, so you can copy this connection string from here. and you can paste it in here. Okay, so this is event hub connection string. Then after that we have to give the event hub name. So my event hub name is, wait, event for project. Okay, so I'll copy this event for project. Okay, I'm going to paste event for project here. Okay, so connection string and event hub. Okay, we are successfully pasted here. So after that, there is a there is a function here uh, in the code to create a producer client, to send a message event up, then specify connection. So this is the producer, this is the code you will get on the from website, like event producer client from connection string, sitcom connection string. So it will take that connection string and then pass in the producer. Okay, yeah. So after that, below here you can find asynchronous with producer. Okay, so this is the producer. So we are going to produce the events from here. So this is the basic code, like you can find here. This is the basic code. Okay, here you can find the this functions. Then see the producer code. So in the producer code you have to you have created event batch data. Then this batch data will send the events like event data batch dot add event data, first event, second event, third event. Okay, then we have used to send the data event to the event hub. Okay, so in my in our project, uh, there are the I have created one stations, like the major areas that our signal traffic signal are fitted for Mumbai Central, Dadar. So I have created one you know list here: Mumbai Central, Dadar, Andheri, Borivali. Then after that there is a decibel level 40, 45, 50. So I have also created one list here. Okay. Then after that I have created one uh, while loop for creating a batch. So while loop, I have given one counter here. So counter value is 10. Okay, so while counter is greater than 0, so we are creating the event batch data batch. Okay, so await producer create batch. This is the then this is the method for creating the batch service. Then I have passed the data. So in data I have, in a dictionary I have created the traffic area. Okay, so this device will send this three properties like traffic area, the count of vehicles, then decibel level. Okay, so in traffic area there is a random dot choice status, like it will choose the stations like traffic areas like Mumbai Central, Dadar, and Delhi. It will choose the randomly. So if you know the random functions, so we can use here. For that I have imported the import the random. So it will take the random value and will send to the event. Okay, then after that count of values vehicles. So here also I have created random dot random. So in 50 and between the 100. So it will give the values like count of vehicles. So after that decibel level, for decibel level I have created one list where 40, 45, 50, 50, 55. So it will also take one random value and it will send. Okay, so this will send. After that add events data to batch. Okay, so event data batch, then add dot add. So I'm going to add the event data, and here I have used the json.dump file. So it will the dumps. Okay, this function actually uh, convert our batch data into Python. Okay, Python. So it will convert the Python list data into JSON file. That's why I'm use the json.dumps here. So after that, sending the batch data image to the event hub. For we have I have written a function like await.producer dot send batch and event batch data. Okay, so I'll pass this event batch data in here. After that, I have given the time. Okay, imported the time. Here I have given the time dot sleep. So it will pause that this event for 3 seconds, and after that we will continue. Then after I have printed the data here, then the counter. Okay, so then I have given the counter here, so counter it is counter -1. So likewise, first it will take 0, then it will take counter 10, then it will in the after that loop, then it will 10 minus 1, then it will store the value 9, then 9 minus 1. So it will run till it will become 0. Okay, so after that asyncio dot run, so this is the method which we are going to do. Okay, so this is the stage 1 we have created. Okay, stage 1, stage 2 have, then after that we have to create a stage 3 for mm, the capturing event hub data. So first let's check. So our stage 1 and stage 2 are working or not, like our events are going to sending or not. So I am going to run this. Let's check if everything is fine. Hmm, then we will get uh, the values here in event. Yeah, here you can see. Wait. Okay, here you can see the data is going to event is going to send traffic area, the other count of values 78, then decibel level 95 in a dictionary format, in the JSON format. Okay, also you can find here. Okay, the request are okay. The time is 6:15, so message is coming, incoming request. Hmm. Okay, so our event is successfully sent to the event hub with Python API. Okay, so we got these events here. Here you can see. Okay, so let's go to stage 3 where we can creating the Spark notebook and connecting with the event hub and write the data into data tables. Okay, so I'm going to mm, so I'm going to use the Azure Databricks. Okay, so you can choose here. So I have already created a one workspace here plus Azure Databricks project. Then I'm going to launch the workspace. Okay, so after that login in workspace, we have to do first step is to we have to create one compute cluster. Okay, so I have already created one cluster, Databricks project cluster, so I'm going to run it because that was paused. So cluster is going to in running state. Okay. So after that I'm going to direct you to workspace. So workspace is nothing but where you can create your folders, and after that your notebooks you can import, you can export notebooks. So this is my workspace. So I have created one folder here, db projects. So in db projects there is a works notebook I have already created. Okay, so I will provide in description, so you can find there this notebook. Hmm. So this is our notebook. So let's check our cluster is ready or not. So our cluster in starting phase. Okay, so I'm going to explain. So this is our notebook where I have imported the like from PySpark.sql types, then import all, then from PySpark.sql functions. So I have import the libraries, then from date time import date time, okay, STD. Then I also have imported the JSON. Okay, so for connecting your notebook to the event hub, so also we have to uh, you know uh, give the connection strings like we have previously used in our Python API event hub. So I'm going to check the connection string for event hub. Mm. Let's say to go to the event hub connection string, share access policies. Yes, there is a no policy, so I'm going to create one policy manage policy for event traffic. Okay, so I'm going to create one policy here. So after creating one policy, you will get the all the keys like connection strings, then primary key, secondary key for accessing this event hub. So I'm copying this connection string and going to paste in our notebook. Okay, so here you can find the endpoint, then share access keys, policy for event traffic, then share. Okay, so after that I have created one dictionary ehconf. Okay, okay, so uh, so till that you can ignore this one, okay, this code. So I'm going to comment it. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to comment it. Okay, so here you can find in this code there is connection string, we are provided connection string. Then after that this is the code, so in which I have created one dictionary configuration. So in configuration I have passed the event hubs dot connection string. This code you will get from internet like jm.org spark event hubs. Then we are passing this connection string. Then also eh.com.event hubs consumer group. So consumer group is default. So in every events we have there is a consumer group you can find here. Okay. So you can create n number of consumer groups and you can create the events, you can connect the events. Okay, so this is the default consumer group you can find here. So I have given this here default one. Okay, so here I have given the schemas. I have defined the schemas like JSON schema. So this is a struct type. So this is we can define the schema like in struct field there is a traffic area. Okay, okay, like where in here we define the traffic area, the count of vehicles, decibel levels. Also I have created schemas here, traffic area hosting type, then count of vehicles, the vehicles you can count in integer, then decibel level in integer also. Okay, so after that I have created one data frame. So in data frame I have used that spark.readstream. So readstream nothing but it will read the data from streaming. Okay, so this is actually spark structure streaming concept where you can first read the schemas then write the schemas. Okay, this is the basic concept. So I am reading the stream format event hubs and option. I have passing this option dot eeh configuration and dot load. Okay, so after that I am creating also one another df data frame. So in the data frame the width column I have used to creating one column, extra column. So in the extra column I have created the body. So in the body I have taken from JSON. So this is the function. Okay, so in the from function I have I have casting the string for the body because in the event hub we will get values in the binary format. So we have to do the casting string. So I have passed the JSON schema. Okay, let's wait. So I'm going to show you how. how this data frame looks. Let's check. Okay. So Spark job is running. Then query return no results. Maybe we have to wait. Maybe I need to cancel this one first one, because I didn't use the offsets here. So that's why I'm going to first uncomment this. Okay. So let's check now. Okay. So here you can see the whatever kind of data EventHub are fetching. The data is in the body format. Okay. So this is body, the partition, offset, the columns you can see, the sequence number, enquire time, publisher key, partition key. Okay. So whatever data we will get, so the data will we will get in a binary format. So we have to convert in. So I'm going to. So I have converted into a string. So here you can see. So we will get the events like traffic area, the other. Here you can see the 10. 10. 10. 10 rows we are getting. Okay. And also there is I have defined the start offset. So offset is nothing but if you send the event while sending, so like application or kind of that source is failed. So so offset is nothing but it will save the offset. Like offset is nothing but it is a location. So it is or it is the positions where we can where our event is every event is going to be the last event was stored. So offset in checkpoint, this is the it is a good main concepts here. Okay. So after retrieving, if the our application again started, so it won't take the data from the previous data. So it will check the offset, so where our event is stopped, and it will continue within that event. Okay. So it will continue. So it will check the last offset location, and it will continue to produce there. Okay. So this is the offset. So and end time. So I have given the starting end event position. So here I have defined offset start. So sequence number, enqueue time. So enqueue time is nothing but it is a time when your event is going to produce, like it will so I have given the dt dot now. So dot string time. So I have given in year, month, day format. So it will fetch the time when the event are produced, then the ending event position, then offset, sequence number, end time inclusive. Okay. So I have passed this starting position in JSON dumps likewise. Okay. So we are seen here the body, the partition, offset, sequence number here. So after that I'm going to here I will also define one data frame. In that data frame I have choose that data idf dot select. So in df select I have selected that column, that body dot columns here, the JSON data. I am selecting the body dot traffic area, then body dot count of vehicles, and body dot disable. Okay. So I have taken this data only, and after that I am going to write this data. Okay. So for writing, so there is a method like df dot write stream dot output. So there is a append mode. Then option checkpoint location. So checkpoint location is nothing but, as I previously said, I have given the checkpoint location where your data is going to be retrieved, or you can say stored. Okay, wait, I'll show you the checkpoint location here. So I'm going to show the, the directories first. Okay, okay, so you can give any kind of DBFS checkpoint location, whatever you want to give. So I have given in this location. So let's check what kind of data storage stored in. Okay. Okay, you can find in checkpoint location there is a kind of folders like metadata, offset, resources, sources, commits, then temp, path, DRR files. Okay, so it will store the our data, like checkpoint and offset point position data. Okay. So if there is any kind of event is stopped or failed, so it will fetch from that offset location and it will continue on further batch. Okay, so this is the checkpoint location. So after that I have given the format.delta, so we have to write file in delta format. Then I have given the trigger dot once because we can't we can run the spark notebook file because it will so costly. It will cost you so much. So that's why I have created the trigger property. So once is equal to true, so means it will trigger only once when the spark notebook is run. So after that I am saving this this data in table.delta data. Okay, so I have given this delta data in Hive metastore. It will create a one delta data table and it will store our data. And after that there is a await termination. So it will, this is a property for awaiting termination. So let's first we are going to see where is our data is resides. So I'm going to wait, so I'm going here to data. Here you can find. Okay, so this is the Hive metastore where you will delta table will reside. So in Hive table there is a default, so there is a no data. So let's run this. Okay, so let's run this. So before that we check there is a 10 rows we are we have sent. Here you can see. So let's check. So our event data is going to be, so I'm going to run this notebook. Mm, we are getting the error like checkpoint location, error ID, termination key not found. Okay, let's check EventHub event. Okay, okay, let's create the another location because maybe previously it will take that location. So I'm taking uh, another location. Let's check. Let's create a one path here. project event hub. This db utility data we have to so let's create a one directory here. Okay, so our directory is created. So I'm going to check this ls. Let's check here. Okay, here you can find dbf is the project event hub. So I'm going to uh, give this checkpoint location because the previous one was occupied. So I will give this. Okay. I'm going to delete this one. So let's run now. Okay, so let's run now. I have given the checkpoint location. Okay. So maybe okay. So our data may be written in Databricks. So let's check in the data explorer. So I'm going to refresh. Okay, let's check. Okay, in high media store in default. Okay, so there is a delta data here. You can see there is a columns are traffic area, which columns we have created, then count of vehicles and decibel level. So in sample data you can see. Okay, so this is the 10 records we're getting from this event successfully, like Andheri Andheri Borivali. Then also you can fetch from here, right? Mm, okay, here you can find the traffic area, count of vehicles visible. Okay, so we will successfully get the events, the data from the events, and the data is written in delta tables. Okay, again we are going to test. Let's mm, okay, let's run again the files, this API. I'm going to run again. Okay, let's check on the events. Okay, events are generating. Okay, here also you can find the message, events are requested and successful. So event, so in the message you also getting the count, like so there is a 20 records we can already send. So let's check on spark. So till now there is only 10 records here. So I'm going to select count. Okay, so you will getting there is a 10 records only here. Okay, there is 10 records. So I'm going to run this notebook here again. So it will. Okay, so it will run successfully and our data is written in delta data. So let's now count again. Okay, so 22 records are dumped here successfully. Okay, so there is a 20 records here you can find Mumbai, and there is other count of vehicles. Okay. So our stage 1, stage 2 and stage 3 are completed here. So after that we are going to connect the cluster to the Power BI for further analysis. Okay. Okay, so now let's proceed to stage 4, where we have to connect this cluster to Power BI. So you can connect the Databricks cluster directly from this portal, uh, or otherwise you can go to the Power BI or desktop app. Okay, or you can connect from Power BI service also. So okay, but I'll show you. um, I'll show you from this Databricks portal. Okay, so in the left side here you can find there is a there is a option, the partner connect. Okay. Okay, so in partner connect you can connect the multiple data ingestion tools like Fivetran. There is a kind of sources, so you can connect. So for a BI visualization you can connect Power BI W, ClickSense, then data provision DBT kind of. So you can connect Microsoft Power BI from here, so you can click here. So so here after you have to choose the cluster which one you have to create, then you can download the connection file. Okay. So connection file like this one, this will download, so you can so if you have the Power BI desktop in your computer, so you can directly double click this file. Okay, so otherwise I'll show you the second step, like I'm going to run the Power BI desktop, and from Power BI desktop you can connect your Databricks cluster or notebook. Right, so Power BI is opening desktop app. Okay, so this is our Power BI homepage. Okay, so I'm going to first cancel this. So in here you can import data from here directly. So I'm going to the get data. So in get data you can find the common data sources. So I'm going to click the more. Okay, so in get data you can find here in the left side option there is a database, Microsoft Fabric, then Azure. So we have to click Azure. So in Azure you will find a lot of services like SQL database, tables to storage queues, Azure Cosmos DB. Okay, so we have to select the Azure Databricks. So I'm going to connect. Okay, for Azure Databricks, we have to fill the details here like server host name and HTTP part. Okay, so I'm going to on the Databricks. For the cluster, you can go to directly to the cluster. Okay, for HTTP server host name and HTTP part. So in on the cluster here you can find in the advanced option in that cluster page, in the advanced option here you can find in JDBC ODBC section you can find the server host name. So I'm going to copy this host name. Right. Okay, I'm copying this host name. So after that you can find the HTTP part. I'm going to copy this one. Okay, I'm going to paste this one. So there is a two mode in Power BI. You can connect like import and mode and direct query mode. Okay, so import mode nothing but it will if you select the import mode, it will fetch all the your files from the our sources, and it will create a one copy of it, and it will store in Power BI. Okay, yeah, and other mode is a direct query mode. So in direct query mode, you can directly connect it. You can connect directly your source, but in that source you can't you know you can't save a copy in your Power BI desktop. So so I'm going to use the import mode here. So I'm going to create OK, click OK. Okay, so we are connected here. So in that, here you can see there is a Hive Metastore data, which is we are previously also seen the Hive Metastore in Data Explorer. So I'm going to select the default. So in default, here you can see the Delta data table, which we are created in the Spark notebook. Preview download in Monday. Let's see the load data, because that data is different data. Okay, so we are importing our model. So we are importing delta data and creating connection. We are loading the model, so we have to wait. The data is imported. Now we can check in the right side. Here you can see there is a delta data. Okay, so the three columns are imported successfully. Here you can find, and also you can find in the data view. Okay, so here you can find the whichever data we are sending from the events, so captured here. Okay, so this is report view, data view, and this is the model view. Okay, so this is a model view. There is one single table here. There is a data view, and this is a report view. So I'll take first uh, the pie chart here. So in the pie chart, I'm going to provide the values like traffic area in the legend. Okay, and the values like count of vehicles. Okay, okay, here you can find there is some more count of vehicles. So in Borivali, you can find like 488 count of vehicles are passed in that 15 minutes, or we can see the particular time zone in that day, we can see. Then in the Andheri there is a 410, then the other 26, then Mumbai settled 292. Okay, so this is the pie chart. Also we can take different kind of charts like a stack bar chart, then stack column chart. Okay. Then we will take the donut chart here. Okay, so in the donut chart, I'm going to take the traffic area and the decibel level in that traffic area. I'm putting the in the value section. Okay, so in Borel area you can find there is 31% decibel, then 395 the sum of. Okay, right, I'll take one matrix here. In matrix you can So matrix increment will do this kind of table here. So in the rows, I'm going to columns, traffic area, then decibel level. I'm going to give in the rows values. Wait. Okay. Okay. Here you can find there is a sum of decibel level. You can check the average, minimum, maximum. Okay. So I'm going to select the minimum average. Okay. Minimum level. So here you can find. So in that particular day, we can also. So minimum level was 40. In Borivali, there is a 50. In the other minimum decibel level was 40. Okay, in Mumbai City the minimum level was 45. So again you can change, or you can. So here I'll take the maximum level. Okay, okay. So you can find in Andheri there is a minimum decibel level was 40, then maximum decibel level was 95. Kind of. Okay. So likewise here you can from this the data cluster, delta table, you can do this further kind of analysis here, and you can share this analysis to Power BI services. Let's. Okay. Hmm. Also I can take, wait, I'll take one. Hmm. I'll take multi-row card. Sorry. So in multi-row card it will count the values. Then I'll take the count of vehicles. Okay. So there is a 26 vehicles are passed. Here we can see. Okay. So likewise in the Power BI report, you can analyze okay, this data in Power BI. Okay. So if you want to save this records, then we can go to file, can save this. Okay. So Power BI dashboard will save in the .px file. Also you can publish it in Power BI services. Okay. So there is also incremental data refresh, like likewise if you're getting the events from the Python API, like on devices, so it will take the events and it will dump into data tables, and uh, after that data table, if you want to fetch the records like incremental data, so there is a one option here. Here you can find the incremental refresh. Okay. So there is incremental refresh data real time. Before you can set up incremental refresh on this table, you need to set up parameters. Okay. So refresh large tables faster with incremental refresh, plus get latest data in real time with direct query. Okay. So we have to the premium account. If you want to use the incremental data, or also you can connect from direct query. Okay. So this is the basic account. This is not a premium account. So you can add this dashboard into Power BI services online. Okay. So let's check. So let's check from the stage one. Here I'm going to send the events again. Okay, so I have run this. So in our cluster, our recent traffic data, hub data. Okay, so we are getting the events now. Here, okay, here you can see. Okay, so Borivali and then count of vehicles are going to send in. The events are going to send. Okay, on the event hub. Hmm. So so let's run again this manually, because we are not going to run this Databrick notebook the all day. So because it will cost you. So I'm going to run again. I'm going to run manually. Okay. So it will load this data, whatever events we are getting from previous batch. Okay. So let's check. Before that was maybe 20 records are there. Now let's check. Count start maybe 250. Yeah. So there is 30 record, and after now let's check to go to the Power BI. Okay. So here there is a option where you can refresh the data. Okay. So there is a see there is a 326 count. So I'm going to refresh it now. Okay. So data is going to refreshing. Yeah. Okay. Here you can find the values are got refreshed, then values are added in the Power BI, then again. Okay, so sum of count of vehicles, yeah. So that's how uh, we can analyze and further summarize the data in Power BI. Okay. Till now we have seen the all four stages where we are created the event hub namespace in Azure cloud. Okay, and after that we have write the code event hub Python API in VS code. Then in stage 3 we are creating the Spark notebook. Okay. Yes, also I have to wait, I have forget. Okay. So we can set the timer like if the events will getting in every 15 minutes or every batch of time. Okay. So we will run our cluster in. Okay, here you can check there is a schedule option. So we can run this cluster on the daily basis, or we can. Okay, here you can see there is a manual, there is schedule. So here you can run the cluster like day basis, hour basis, minute basis. So I am going to select the hour basis. Okay. So in the hour basis, you can select the time. Okay, 20 minute, 30 minute, 40 minute, 50 minute, likewise. Okay. So accordingly to your project, you can schedule your cluster, and then you have to select the cluster, add a new job, or you can use the database project cluster, and then you have to just to create. Okay. So this is how we can create we can schedule the cluster. So this is our project where we have successfully uh, created the event hub, then successfully sent the events to the event hub. Then we have done this event into delta tables, the files, and after that we have analyzed the data in Power BI. So guys, this is our project too. If you like the project, if you like the video, please share, subscribe, and like my YouTube channel. So thank you.